hearts of men in the arms of mothers, and the parts we play to convince others we know what we're doing. We're doing it right. They've written books on the subject, but then you may still be surprised by its whole.
Today's gonna be a long video, but there's a lot to share and a lot to show you. I'll put timestamps below here so you can kind of jump around and just watch what you're interested in. To start though, we're gonna be working on this 18 by 24 inch canvas, which is definitely it's a unique size for me. I'm used to working large, so like minimum 3 feet kind of thing. So I'm really just trying to experiment with this. I am going to be painting an upside down bouquet of dandelion leaves with blackberries kind of oscillating above it. I'm really going to be using the same kind of process that I used for my last underpainting, where I'm using like a natural kind of earthy undertone, building up the leaves in like a blue, and then going in with the green, and then having this really like layered, thin layered kind of texture to it. So it's going to be a lot of give and take, kind of playing with the different mediums and playing with the imagery along with how I'm layering everything. And I find that's what I love the most about my way of painting, or my practice, is I really enjoy the gestural and kind of visceral play almost that I have with it. I always have a reference, but I almost never actually stick to it entirely. I love to be able to experiment and kind of push it as I'm painting. And honestly, when I'm painting, that's when I get the best kind of ideas. So that's the main thing that we're going to be doing today, painting and just kind of experimenting with these different ideas. To be honest, I'm actually pretty excited about this smaller piece that I'm working on. It's still playing off the kind of ideas that I was working on in my last couple of videos and paintings, where I was looking at edible flora, and specifically flora in Toronto and how it's kind of overlooked. I'm really excited to play with these ideas, play with the layering, and choose what to omit and what to include. I always find that's the fun part, is just kind of focusing in and kind of honing in on one aspect and really adding those kind of details. I've actually been thinking a lot about my practice and kind of the through line between all my paintings. I always have these kind of ideas and the research behind each one, but even though each one kind of focuses on something different, they all have this through line that I've been trying to pinpoint. And I think I'm starting to kind of realize that my upbringing, my childhood, my experiences, both present and past, obviously are all playing a big role in how I view the world and how I choose to portray certain things. Everyone has their bias, and obviously that's good or bad in some ways. But I feel like I don't really acknowledge a lot of my own experiences. I don't really infuse myself in my work. So I'll talk a lot about environmentalism or feminism and all these things, but I never really address how I'm connected to that. And I think it's because it's quite intimidating to share, especially with people that you know. Like you don't always want to share that kind of aspect with everyone. And I think that's something I've been thinking about a lot, is just where it's all connecting. And I'm starting to see some commonalities with everything. And I think I'm going to start exploring it more and figuring out how I can kind of include myself in some of the work rather than just ideas around myself, if that makes sense. These dandelion pieces, I think I'm going to allow myself to just, like I said, experiment, but kind of play with those ideas and really sit with them as I'm working. I always find the best time to really think about things is either on the subway, walking my dog, or painting. Those are my 3 go-to things when I'm stuck or when I really just need to think things over. I'm just going to allow myself time to really think through how I want this to kind of play through my practice. And who knows, maybe in this video, you'll see some of that come to light. Maybe you'll be in the next one or the next few. But I think it's coming.
Never liked going to bed, was scared I might just wake up dead, or maybe never wake up at all. The second that I hit my sheets, I'm far too scared to go to sleep. Don't make a promise that you can't keep to me. Still don't know if there is a God, if there's a reason for what's going on, or if we're just on a floating orb in space. And you might say that it doesn't matter, but nothingness makes my world shatter. My consciousness is just a splatter of clear paint on a wall.
Katarina has arrived.
Stare at the ceiling, counting minutes.
Look at her go.
Then attempt to fill it with ones and twos and threes, counting sheep. When that don't work, the clock hits 3. The pitch black room's taking over me. If there's nothing to give me something to put my mind at ease. My soul to take, one half whole and another baked. I'm falling down that hole. I am nothing, you are nothing, we are nothing, they are nothing, 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 nothing at all.
the best ones aren't around. But if you try, you know the dead ones don't back down. You shiver at midnight from the creaking sound of the cradle where your mother.
In terms of level, I think right is a little too like that. Yeah, maybe it's a bit high, right?
But what remains is claimed by your boredom.
Okay, now
if I
looks.
could have heard you in time, maybe it'd be alright. Or if I heard a murderer is in town, and if you try, you know these murderers don't back down. You shiver at midnight because the alley beside you has seizure declaring a young man had died. River, till the earth remains, but what remains is claimed by your boredom. If I could have warned you in time, maybe you'd still be fine.
Last week,
mistaken for one another, and the saying of kind of, you guys all look the same, used to clump a group of people together, kind of as an excuse to not really get to know someone outside of their facial features related to their race. So this is a painting of me, my sisters, and then a lot of my friends that I grew up with in school and life. I wanted to kind of capture this class photo look, because I think for a lot of people like me, the first place you hear, or like you get compared to other people is in school, and kind of getting, teachers call me the I just wanted to capture everybody's little different facial expressions.
Yeah, it is interesting. The minor differences between each expression, like the different angles of the head. But that's gonna be like a big thing. It's a really big one.
Thank you, Cass.
Or we could do like, I was thinking one of the stone people, like one of the stone sculpture people.
Les gens disent des choses mais ne le font pas. Crois-tu vraiment que c'est le bon moment pour ouvrir ta gueule? J'ai beau souffler sur les braises, le feu ne prend pas. C'est la bérésine. Tout ça pour ça. Tout ce bruit pour rien. Ça n'en valait pas.
I figure it's about time I explain a little bit about what's been going on. I mentioned at the end of my last video that I recently founded a collective with Cassandra Lui, who you've been seeing this whole video. The collective is called CLK Co or CLK Co. We won a grant from Stacked Market directly to open a storefront for the month of October. We really wanted to create an exhibit space that invited a new audience to enjoy art and to just sit with it and gather, rather than just kind of view it. So we created the lounge space in the back. We added floor cushions, rugs, books, and just kind of text that we felt was relevant to the exhibit and our own practices. We had about a month to prepare for the whole exhibit, so it was very rushed. But overall, it ended up working out amazing. We're all very happy with the process so far. Ideally, we would have wanted longer time to prepare for it, but as long as it works out in the end, we're fine. We had to figure out insurance. We had to get WSIB sorted for our one employee that we had to hire in kind, which means like volunteered, to even apply for the grant. And then we had to finish all our written material, get the vinyl printed, find and buy all the furniture and decor that we had in the space, which a lot of it ended up coming from Facebook Marketplace or our own homes. So it definitely felt more cozy that way, which is what we were looking for. And then obviously all three of us also had to finish painting still. It's been a crazy few months. Lucky for us, we already had the curatorial concept figured out. We have been thinking about creating this exhibit for like a year now. We needed to find the venue for it. When we got the Stack storefront, we knew exactly what the exhibit kind of was going to look like. We all took the idea of gaze, like seeing something, and we developed our own kind of interpretation for it. The title of the show is Glimpse of Unseeing. The act of unseeing is to have one's eyes open without noticing, willfully unaware. So basically, we all just ended up looking at different views of ignorance and how that kind of plays into our lives and our point of views. And so here we are, working on another upside down bouquet of dandelions. While this one is very similar to the last we did, I am not going to be doing the blackberries. I'm thinking of either doing pearls kind of rotating from behind to the front of the bouquet, or nurdles, which is like plastic pearls almost, like little tiny plastic pellets. I may mix it up, I may change it around, I don't know. This one's in the air. Right now I'm just really focusing on the leaves and seeing how I can build it up from there.
Staring outside your door, I hate to song I sing for you. I come back, I'll bring your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Baby, I hate to go. Now the time has come for me to leave you. One more time now, let me kiss you. And close your eyes, and I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come, when I won't have to leave alone. About the times when I won't have to say. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Babe, I hate to go. Leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Babe, I hate to go. Oh, babe, I hate to go.
Yeah, it is.
They go to a cinema place after.
She'd reach her hands out, try to hold. Speech made out of sounds of crickets and rustling on the ground. Swimming in her shoes.
Wait, Lee, talk about your masterpiece.
So, you know, 2 is better than 1. So 1 is too big a hole, 2 fit. Next.
Featuring Lee's lobster costume. There we go.
That's true on me, even if you ask me to. No more itching, reminiscing. No more sipping on the wine that's poisoning me, even if I'm happy to.
Good.
I spend every day feeling bad. I spend every day feeling like a fool. I
Just like that, October's over. It's been a really crazy month. The days kind of blended together. Met lots of new faces, got to get together with lots of friends, so it was a really great experience. I would definitely do it again. We didn't really sell any original paintings, but we sold quite a few prints, which we're really happy with. We weren't really expecting to really sell anything or make much money. The main goal with the exhibit was really just to put our work out there and kind of gather a community of people. But the fact that we sold some prints in general is really, I don't know, we're really grateful. I'm really grateful for the experience and the opportunity that we had there. And just, I was able to hang out with my friends for like a whole month. So that was fun. We're gonna take a break for a little while, CLK is, and hopefully come back swinging in 2025. There's gonna be some big plans, so I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. Speaking of prints, I'm going to be uploading whatever we have left on our shop. So I will link it somewhere on screen here or below, and you can check it out. We may have some originals there as well, but I know that's not as attainable as prints. If you just want to support me, CLK, or you just really like the art, it's going to be available. So check it out. I'd love to hear some feedback. Speaking of which, I want to know what you guys want to see in the next video. I'm contemplating maybe doing a studio update or studio renovation in ways, because right now my studio is a mess and it needs to be organized and just everything about it needs to change. But I don't know if that's something if you guys would be interested in, but I would love to hear what you want to see. Either more painting videos, more vlogs, more just day-to-day stuff. You want to see Bueller more, anything, honestly. Clearly, the sun is setting. It's no longer October, so things are moving fast. I will see you in the next one.